SpongeBob just took a nap when he woke up. He found that his bed had become smaller. The next second, his bed disappeared strangely. Then, his door began to shrink as well. Sensing something was wrong, SpongeBob ran to Squidward for help.
Squidward, help me! My house is shaking! I woke up this morning and I was getting smaller.
Before long, SpongeBob's pineapple house completely vanished. All that was left was a tiny seed. At that moment, Squidward and Patrick rushed over. They tried to comfort SpongeBob, but when he went back home, SpongeBob had no choice but to plan on moving back in with his parents. Patrick, however, suggested they could just build a new house. After all, Patrick had built his own rock house by himself. So SpongeBob hammered planks in the air, while Patrick moved tables underneath. Soon, the new house was finished. It was a little small, but at least it was livable. Patrick then suggested SpongeBob move into his place. That night, after saying goodnight to each other, Patrick threw a giant rock on top as a blanket. Before long, drool was running all over the ground, accompanied by thunderous snores. SpongeBob could only grit his teeth and try to sleep. When the cold wind blew, Patrick immediately yanked the blanket away. SpongeBob had no choice but to cover himself with sand, but to his horror, Patrick's drool trickled along the sand and soaked right into him. SpongeBob swelled up like a sponge. He had no choice but to plug Patrick's mouth. He thought he could finally sleep in peace, but the trouble was only just beginning. Suddenly, Patrick shouted in his sleep,
Spiders! Spiders! Get them off me! Get them off me! Get them off me!
It's me!
SpongeBob sighed, crawled out of the stone house, and prepared to sleep outside. But to his surprise, Patrick started sleepwalking and chased after him. With nowhere else to turn, SpongeBob went to Squidward's house, asking if he could stay for a month or two. To his surprise, Squidward not only agreed, but even poured him a glass of water. Yet in the very next second, SpongeBob was ruthlessly kicked out. The next day, Squidward was in a great mood. SpongeBob was leaving for good, and Squidward wasn't about to miss that moment. Soon, SpongeBob's parents drove over to pick him up. SpongeBob took out the seed and planted it in the soil. Tears of reluctance rolled down his cheeks. They sank into the ground, falling right onto the seed. At that moment, a heartbroken Patrick grabbed onto the car, while Squidward danced with joy. But to everyone's surprise, a brand new pineapple house sprouted up once again.
My house is back! I'm back forever!
Forever!